Mic test. So, good day, everyone. So, today we are tackling all about bubble sort algorithm. So, what is bubble sort? So, in short, bubble sort is one of the simplest sorting algorithms. It works by repeatedly comparing two adjacent elements and swapping them if they are in the wrong order. Think of it, it's like a bubble rising in the water. The largest value bubbles up to the end of the array after each pass. After every pass, one element is guaranteed to be in its correct position. So, uh, in in our current world where heavy things uh, fall down or uh, fall down faster than lighter things. Example is feather. If the element is light, or for example it's 1 2 3, it doesn't fall down the to the bottom. And uh if it's a big number like 30 or 100, it will fall down much immediately. So bubble sort is the opposite, where uh the largest value or the biggest value in the array or or in the elements will rise up rise up rather than the smaller elements. So the core idea in the bubble sort, or the simple terms of it, is it starts from the first element, then it compares it with the next element. If the first is bigger, swap it swaps them. Then one element move one step forward and repeat. After one full pass, the large element is at the end. So uh bubble sort is more of like a bubble where it stores or it fix the elements, or the elements, or it fixes or arranges it to have a correct order. Then next is it repeat the process for the remaining element until the array is sorted. So the algorithm of the bubble sort, it takes an array of numbers, loop through an array n minus 1 times. Then inside that loop, it compares adjacent elements. Then swap if the left element is greater than the right. Then if it will stop early if no swaps occur. Yeah, this is a optional optimization. So uh this is more on like the process or it workflow. It will take a array of numbers, then loop through our array n minus 1 times. Then inside the loop, it will exchange its position. Then it will swap it if it's not in the correct order and sort it out to put it in the correct order. So let's begin in using our uh, coding in bubble sort code, or using the bubble sort code in our file over. So first of all, we need to put the hashtag include studio dot 8. So commonly, uh, the hashtag include studio.h is the one, or it's the header file that allows us to use a input and output function. So it's important to put first the header file in our code. Next is the int main. This is our sort of like code blocks, or the the main function, or the ones who calls out our function. int right. Oops, no. So in here we're going to put a random numbers, so that our bubble sort will we can see if our bubble sort will work. So uh, so in our array we have a five elements. So meaning to say we need to put a five element, or five, in our int, or in our variable, because we have a five element array over here. So you must be curious to say, what is this ing and temp? So the use of this is, ing are the loop counters in our uh, code here. Then temp is used to temporarily store a value during swapping. So we need a space for our element to put on in order to swap each values in our array. A excess uh parentheses. So next is the for loop function. So why do we have two for loop functions over here? So first of all, here in our upper for loop, this is our outer loop. This part over here controls the number of passes of each element So it controls our passes in every element. Then after each pass, the largest elements move to the end. So that's the use of our outer loop. Next is our inner loop. So the inner loop compares adjacent elements in each pass. Then it use this n or the number minus I. This is our I, a variable over here, I minus 1. Then avoids comparing elements already sorted at the end. So that's the use of our inner loop function. Wrong, wrong. So here in our temp array and inside the brackets is J. So it is the swapping process that stores the current element in temp. The next is the array bracket J equals array J plus 1. This moves the element to the current positions. The next is the array J plus 1 equals temp. Places the stored value into the next position. So this is our what we call it, the part where it swaps if they are in the wrong order. So this part of our code swaps the element if they are in the wrong order. So next in our uh code is we need to sort uh mm, put it so that it may be function. Wait, okay. So we need to print it out so that we can able to see the output of our code. Mhm. So here is our output section. So this is the sort of like our title or our our indication if our code will work, then this part will uh print each element of the sorted array. So let's see. I'm not so sure that this uh code that we type over here is will be functional already, so we need to debug it out. So here we can see that we have a major error. Well, token error. Hmm. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, they didn't put any identifier. Number. Okay, so we pretty much have many errors in our code. So right now I'm able to see the output of our code, but maybe you cannot see because of my window, so I need to edit this out. So here you can see that our wait. So we run this. So as you can see, we can see that our elements have been arranged. So from wait, so from 51863, we have now a 13568, which we know that it's in a correct order from smallest to biggest value. So this is the the power of or the function of bubble sort. So next is how do we or I want to have a option that I can input my values rather than input here in my code. So right now I'm going to create a code that can enable me to input a element before sorting the array of elements that I will be typing. So let's begin. So first we need to put a printf function that allows us to uh, enter a number of elements. Oh, long. Let's try. Hmm. So here I'm going to put out random elements. So, so I need to enter 5 elements. Okay, okay, okay. Error, error, error. Let's try it again. I hope that it's still recording. Um, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's put here. It's 19. So as you can see right here that we have, I want to have a 10 elements in my array. So you see right here that I put random numbers. I thought that I will forgotten that this part is the for me to put a size of the array, then typing the next the elements in the array. So I forgot. So, as you can see that uh, our elements we have type of P here has been sorted out by the bubble sort algorithm. So thanks to the bubble sort, we can easily just type any given number even though it's not been arranged by the uh by its hierarchy of the value. Bubble sort has sorted out for us, and yeah, it's finally working. So that's the basics of the bubble sort algorithm. I hope you get to know what is bubble sort and uh, uh, get to learn to my discussion today. So thank you for watching and like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.